One of the more lighthearted competitions took place at Harrisonville High School last Friday night. Reporter Clara Reed Rutherford brings us a story on Mr. Wildcat 1997.
The 5th annual Mr. Wildcat Pageant, organised by the music makers, was held last Friday in the high school gym here in Harrisonville. There was a good crowd turnout, and after the initial confusion as to whether one candidate was going to show, the show got underway. Whilst the audience waited in anticipation, the tension built backstage.
Kind of nervous, but I know I'll get over it once I get out there, do my thing.
I wasn't prepared. It was hectic. Whew. I got everything ready. I did everything yesterday, and then I did some of it right after school, so I wasn't prepared totally.
Mr. Roberts and the Royal Jazz Band started the evening off with the pizzazz that continued throughout. Then the Master of Ceremonies, Wes Cunningham, as high school parent and local radio DJ, presented the candidates in the first category. Escorted by their mothers, the guys introduced themselves and let us know what organisation they represented. First up was John Benson for the Science Club. Then Danny Talbot for the Vocal Music Department. After that was Philip Seaman of the football team. And then Gil Maldonado representing the basketball team. Next came Jack Lapardis for AFS. Toby Chancellor representing the band. And finally Chad Kelly for the drama club. Next, the boys fared almost all, more in some cases than others, in the much-anticipated swimsuit competition. During the intermission, we were once again regaled with the talents of the jazz band, whilst the crowd eagerly discussed what they'd seen. After the intermission, Wes took the stage again to start the ball rolling for the lip-sync competition, which is probably the most popular event with judges and audience alike.
I think the best part was the lip sync contest. It was the funniest.
Yeah, I definitely have to go with the staying alive.
I think the best part was the lip sync. Had a lot of fun watching the boys do that. They seemed to enjoy it, and they put a whole lot more into it than I ever expected.
I would lip sync, see what the guys would do with the costumes and goofing off like that. And I had a lot of fun with it, and the crowd enjoyed it most.
The songs chosen were a diverse mix from the sublime to the ridiculous. And there was, of course, one candidate who was just too sexy for the rest of the competition.
Too sexy for my love, love's going to leave.
This was the one event where the candidates could enlist the help of their friends, and most of them used this to their advantage. The final category was when the guys had to don their evening wear and answer a question they picked. Many of the audience saw sides of the guys they'd never seen before.
Well, I believe that whoever Mr. Wildcat should probably be a positive role model. So what I would do to make the school better is probably be there for people and even maybe even teachers if they needed advice or something like that.
Whilst the judges made their decisions, Wes entertained the crowd with his amusing anecdotes and a lip sync of his own.
Kissing. This is a means of getting two people so close that they can't see anything wrong with each other. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York.
Then the winners of some of the categories were announced, including the Best Legs competition, won by Gil Maldonado, which had been run in school all that week. The judges looked for many things in a Mr. Wildcat, but some are more important than others.
I'd like to say sincerity and honesty and stuff, but I was looking to find out who was having the most fun and who was making the biggest fool out of themselves.
Finally, Senior Philip Seaman was crowned as Mr. Wildcat, much to his delight, and it seemed that the other candidates approved of the choice.
Boy, it's just the greatest, most happy, wonderful experience of my whole life. It just, I'm just jubilant right now to be where I am. Oh, it's just too much for me all at once.
Although there were fewer candidates than in past years, the stands were just as high, and the crowd and candidates all enjoyed themselves. There can only be one Mr. Wildcat, but all the guys are winners and true Wildcats at heart.
New York, New York, these vagabonds.
And the crowning of the king brings us to the end of our show.